What's up, guys? We are going to clean this Tesla. It's got a bunch of bugs on it. It looks pretty dirty. You know, we got a couple bugs going on. This is the first time that we're actually going to do a full detail on it and get it cleaned. I'm also going to go ahead and use a clay bar set. So I'm going to use my wash and wax. I really like this stuff. It's kind of thick. Gives it a nice coating. And then I'm going to use my clay bar. This is pretty nice. Go ahead and get all the debris off of the clear coat. And then I'm also just going to use some liquid wax here. And if you notice, I am going to use the double bucket method. This green bucket is going to be just water, and then that's going to have the soap in it. And so that just helps get all the debris off so you're not scratching it, so your car can look like a brand new vehicle. So let's get started. So now the vehicle is completely clean. We can go ahead and use the clay bar. If you haven't used one of these are really nice. Gets all of the small particles that are on top of the paint that you can't really see. And it helps you put a nice base coat of wax onto it. It makes your vehicle really, really smooth. So you can either use the spray bottle that they give you, but I ran out of that. Another really good option is to basically wash your car again. So you get 2 washes before you wax. Then you also use this. So I'm still using the double bucket method here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get a nice coat of water. And this is really good for the clay bar because you need a nice barrier between the paint and the clay bar. And we're gonna go ahead and just rub it all on the paint. This is also a much quicker method. You can see, you know, this is a pretty new car. It's only a few weeks old. You can see that there is a little bit of debris. And you can use this on all surfaces. I use this on the windshield. It cleans the windshield really well. So you can see there's a couple impurities here. You know, it's a little bit darker right here, and then we got some extra small parts. You know, this is a brand new vehicle, so there's not going to be a lot on there, but it is nice to get it all cleared before we start waxing. So now we just got to do the whole rest of the car. And you notice if you use the sponge and kind of wash it again instead of the spray bottle, it goes by a lot quicker and it's a lot easier and nicer to use. All right, now we got it completely done. It's time to dry it. And there's 2 options here. Either you can use like a leaf blower and blow it off, which is ideal. I unfortunately don't have one of those, but I got the next best thing right here. This is a really big towel, just specifically to designed to dry vehicles. So it's pretty nice. It's like really clean on one side, and I usually use this for the paint, and then on the other side right here, I kind of use this one for the windows, and it does a pretty good job. All right, went ahead and got my waxing pad nice and damp here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some wax here. Make sure you shake up the bottle. Get all the sediments all mixed up. Kind of want to just get the wax in the pad. And that's looking pretty good. We're throwing on a nice even coat of wax here. You can also do this too. Get yourself some wax, then you can kind of prime it and just work your way all the way down. I'd be a little bit careful around the logo. Don't get it all gunked up with a bunch of wax. I'd also recommend waxing your lens too, just so you get a nice little coat on there. If you get some bugs on there and then the light's on there and your lens is really hot, it might fry it on there, but when you wash your car, it just makes it so much easier to get the bugs off. Wow, this paint is dry. I can really feel it when I'm putting on the wax. It's just soaking it up. But right now, you can see the wax is starting to get a little glaze. And I do the old time trick when you do that. You can take a look and you can see that it's completely clear. And since it's clear, it's dry right there, and we are going to clean it off. Now, how I clean it off is with this special towel here. It's not a microfiber. It's very, very soft. It's there to just pick up the wax, the dry wax, and nothing else. And you really doesn't want to scratch the vehicle either. Just make sure we don't have any imperfections on it, and we're looking good. You can see this towel. It's really easy for it to pick up the wax. You come here on the logo and get your nail in it, because you want to make sure you've got everything clean here. You don't want it all gunked up, because then you look like a beginner. And just like that, she's looking really shiny again. And you can see, you put your hand on it and it just feels like glass here. Feels really nice. We're gonna go ahead and take off the rest of the wax here. If you need to, go ahead and get inside the door jamb right here and get this line because you don't want to look like a newbie and have just a full line of wax right there. I was also really careful not to wax these sensors. I just didn't want to get them all gunked up. Just make it look nice and clean. If you did, get a little bit of water, spray it in, and it should come out. Right here is this tiny little smudge of wax left, and that might be left over on the car on a couple of other places, and so the quick wax just gives it a nice real good shine and gets those little tiny imperfections that it missed on the entire car. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can see why I do this. I mean, this is the proof right here. This is, it's a little bit dirty, and then also this is probably dried up wax that I picked up. So it really does do it justice to do spray wax after you do some liquid wax. All right, now that the paint is all clean, we're gonna go ahead and focus on all of this glass. It goes all the way from the front to the back where the trunk is, and you've got it all on top. Now I'm gonna pay a little bit of attention on this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Rain-X water repellent here. I like this better than like the glass cleaner with the Rain-X in it, just because this is a little bit more stronger and it gives you a little bit, it lasts longer too, but it gives you a little bit thicker of a barrier. So once you get bugs on here, you run the windshield wipers and it just completely gets super clean. You can see that, I washed the vehicle and there's still bugs on here. If there was Rain-X on there, this definitely would not be the case. It would just be completely clean. This is a really cool rooftop. You can kind of see it's like a purplish color. It's got a real cool coating on it. So we're gonna go ahead and protect that. All right, I'm trying to give you the best lighting here. It's pretty hard. It's just really hard for the camera to actually kind of see this, but it is hazy. We're gonna go ahead and just take it right off. Thanks for watching, guys. This paint and glass is all protected. It's gonna be a lot easier for it to stay clean, and when you clean it again, it's just gonna be way easier. All the dirt is just gonna come right off. You're basically not even gonna have to use the sponge, and that just makes your clear coat last that much longer. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to subscribe and watch these videos, and thanks for watching.